What's up guys, Sleepyted here, and today we are continuing off with Crimes and Punishment Sherlock Holmes. Okay, after a little bit of searching, this bag we can look into.
This post bag belongs to the station master.
He didn't do it up properly. Cobra, in reply to your last one later, I wish to assure you this shall soon honor all the latest installments I need to pay according to my debts. Oh, he's in bad debt.
The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
Well, Dylan asked you to trust me. This time I shall soon have more than enough money to pay the house mortgage. In a matter of days, you continue to live in the house without me, since it's your wish. Please know that I shall still care about you and hope that you'll forgive me one day, despite all of the harm I have caused in recent years. Yours, Edward. So he's in quite a bit of debt. Train passed through Doncaster. The train never passed through Doncaster. Lied and sent a false report. Perhaps it was bribed with money he desperately needed. Yes. Mexicans inhumanely towards the Chileans have cost many lives. We must act quickly, contract Lestrade, and allow the police to perform a loud and swift justice, even at the risk of international conflict. The criminal organization such as this cannot be confronted directly. It requires delicate approach. Give Mycroft the chance to resolve the conflict, even though it might be protracted and turned to his own advantage. I'm gonna go with political game.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have the local constabulary and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. Our other option is Brother Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble, but it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. But I think I'd prefer to give Mycroft a chance. We should overlook our personal differences on this occasion.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right.
The train itself.
Watson, we know that the Barcazas Company directors were trapped under the collapsed mines, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dig out the mines.
You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will inevitably trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Smart.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away. Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through, then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Mexican has the guns, eh?
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Oh shit. I don't want the station master to die. He might kind of be a liar, but he didn't do it.
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
No, fuck. That's not it. That's not it. Oh. Fuck it, choose another ending. Oh my god, that seems so logical. But I guess it was the other way around where they're not like, oh god. This is very odd indeed. Okay, so we have all the things. Could be sunk. The mines would collapse, but I don't know what someone wanted to enclose them intentionally. Someone stole Ray's temporary covered mission suit. That did seem fresher. Oh god, I'm just trying to. Has been sunk in the flooded quarry. The Mexicans drowned the Chileans. Robinson's motive. Concealment. No. Sabotage. Let's see what happens when we do that. Nope. Missed on caster. Accident, maybe? No grudge? No. So, they were left. What's that? Theft of Chile made in order to steal prototype. Oh, I guess we might be going through a number of endings. Cannot be sunk. To the mines. Miss Chesterfield. Inside the mines. They X. Sure. The Chileans, oh no, the Mexicans, they were informed about the thing from that.
The case is solved, Holmes.
Well, I shall...
Blip, 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 blip. Okay. No! Oh god, that's still not it. I want to get the right ending. You guys might think it's kind of bad of me doing this, but I want to get it right. I want to get it right. So it might have been the Chileans were drowned. The boat was sunk. Because that last something or other. That boat wasn't... Oh. Railroad to the quarry. That boat, they probably sunk. The barges could be sunk. Oh, wrong one. Sabotage. Robinson's motive, I guess. There was a grudge. Please tell me this is it. Confirm moral choice. Well done, what Sherlock Holmes. You did it.
Then the case is...
Well, Watson, we know that the Barkazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
Huh. You may rest assured that I have a far...
Of course.
We need to convince that guy.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading...
London.
Right away. Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service... The police have ordered... Yes, by extreme...
Your station...
Goodbye, gentlemen. Sometime later. So I need to shoot his hand. I don't want to kill him.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
No, quickly. Shoot hand. Come on, Watson, shoot the hand.
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another...
Oh my god! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
Yeah! That's it. I just needed to think about it a bit more. Accept decision. Commiserative. Off the rails! Oh. Oh, bloodbath. Oh, that doesn't know. So, that guy's prototype was just on there by coincidence. It wasn't... They didn't purposely do it to sink the prototype, no. They knew that they were coming there. The prototype just happened to be on the same car. It wasn't about the prototype, which is probably of a thing that doesn't actually work. No. Oh. It was to kill the Chileans because they bought the mine. Did they then collapse it? Did they collapse it and that pissed off the Mexicans, or the Mexicans collapsed it?
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
What's a day? Okay, I can literally just look around there.
The temperature appears to be normal.
Pupil.
The pupil is dilated. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
Okay.
I need to concentrate and count
God.
the heartbeats.
1, 2, 3. Eight.
A weak pulse. Around 50 beats per minute.
Is he like... Oh, God.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and Datura. I was compelled.
Why?
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
Oh.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
Oh.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
I bet he's very confused. Why we're so well. It was probably something to fake a death. Or fake poison or something along those lines. And like later on we're gonna fake our own death or something. Are Holmes's old habits like getting himself high off of poisons like hemlock? Jesus, there's no amount of money in the world that someone could pay me for me to willingly drink hemlock or eat it or ingest it in any way. Or inject it in any way, put it in my body. It's poisonous. Very. that's very sticky looking water.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, it's not him then. The crime weapon.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He will be able to give you more details.
Okay, we're at the part where we're talking to a lot of people.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is
Why is your hair slightly invisible,
Would you be
Sherlock?
so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Let's... Light wrinkles. Scissor cut, grooms himself, lives alone. Oh, what's that on his ear? Ah. He nipped his ear. Fastidious? Shiny buttons. Manchester City, so yeah, he works in Manchester. And telegram sent today.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start.
Why is your hair like that, Holmes?
Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Were there any other visitors?
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Is that...
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, so what's that? Oh, it's Roman. It's a Roman bar, so of course it's all in Latin.
Expensive clothes, belonging to one of the men from the steam room. These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
Good. What's this fire? Champagne.
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Champagne for a special occasion.
Business arrangement, maybe.
Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Ah, oh. That's...
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
So he was stabbed in the eye.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Oh. I could see the key.
His key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Now I should actually look at the body.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
Blood.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Oh, ring mark.
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Oh, I think I might know what happened here. A faked death. This was a corpse, that's why there's dirt in the nails. Its eye was stabbed just to make it look like an actual murder, and they poured fake blood on it. That's why the pool is quite big.
Well, death is very recent.
Oh.
Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
No, apparently not.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry. Or he is an artist. Or a ghost. Or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
You are fucking ridiculous, Mr. Holmes.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
So someone with short-sightedness. Brazier.
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal. It is too hot. I cannot reach into it. Blood traces wiped on the towel.
Why do you have blood on your towel?
It's horrible. So Rodney is dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else? I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
God, do you think they would have turned off the fucking steam room?
I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
Most peculiar
Mr. Holmes,
indeed.
I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
No objections.
None, Lestrade.
I already saw.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk. But when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. But I don't know where it is.
The key was inside the locked room, so it wasn't. He wasn't the one who locked
Receive
it.
any visitors?
No, sir. I did not.
Oh. So, like, the correct. God damn it.
Did you leave the bath?
No,
No,
sir,
sir,
I
I
did
did
not. Morning telegram.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or her mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
Who brought the champagne?
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
No. It's a fucking bottle of champagne. It's just probably to celebrate a business arrangement or some shit. Oh wait, what's this?
This area serves as Sherlock.
Oh, quite a bit here.
Tools used by archaeologists in their research.
A blowtorch.
I will
Tongs.
need these tongs.
Roman shield, perhaps. The smell plate beside the archaeological piece past sign larger is a present moment I'm under. So he couldn't tell what that plate was meant to be for.
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
Yes, take a giant metal plate. And I haven't investigated that table thoroughly yet.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Oh, and that's it. Yes, Ted, you're a fucking knob. Those glasses! Dear friend, I wish to organize a press conference at the Stand Bath next month. 1893 was a remarkable year for my work in Egypt, but now it is time to set my focus upon English archaeology. To shine the light on our national treasures and reveal them to the public. I would like to see as many journalists as possible in attendance to record this event and record it favorably. If we treat them well enough, I should like to recall my old friendship with Lord Blackmore and use special funds of Royal Archaeological Institute for this event. Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Oh fuck, just newspapers. I don't want to read all the way through.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Why is the paper on the floor? Box. Photo negatives.
A glass plate negative is missing.
Oh.
It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
Oh, well.
Glass plate negatives. A remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself because I tend to do that a lot when doing this Why is this place so ruined? Thought it was meant to be a really expensive building. Oh shit.
Oh my god, are you alright? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement. Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
Oh god. Okay, so that actually backs up my point with the body theory. It might have been a dead body in there. But, wait, what did I find again? Clues. I forgot what I found. Oh yeah, notes. Tongs, yes. Tongs. Go back into the hot room where the brazier was. And get that chunk of metal.
I should analyze this melted metal.
Okay. Child's play. Okay. Back off to Baker Street.